Except for cracking did that make going up for your first time easier, like having that guy go up ahead of you?
Yes.
Yeah. Like any doubts you may have had about your own material, just like, okay, maybe this is pretty good. I don't know. So we've had a weird weekend. Yeah, a little bit more water than usual. Am I right? Of course I'm right. Comedians are like lawyers. We never ask a question we don't already know the answer to. And also because we're thin-skinned assholes who talk too much. I was thinking briefly over the weekend about like going out and filling some sandbags, being all like volunteer-y and community spirited, and then I thought better of it because fuck them. I mean, like the people out in Gatineau and like New Brunswick, like the people getting flooded out there, them I feel sorry for. Like most of them are regular working stiffs. Like the people who are getting their homes hit here in Ottawa, like those are the assholes who are rich enough to buy waterfront property, okay? Like screw them. I'm tired of bailing out rich people. Fuck those guys. Like if you can afford to buy that house, you can afford to pay people to stay in it, all right? Fucking hell. So I'm getting myself out there. I'm looking for love. I'm tired of casual dating. Like I want a girlfriend. I want a steady girlfriend. I want blowjob security. That's what I want. I want the kind of relationship where she's got to write you up twice and have a meeting with management before she can dump you, man. I'm getting tired of these 0-hour contracts. So I'm making a pretty serious attempt to quit drinking right now. It's only been a week so far. Like, don't go throwing confetti just yet, but so far so good. I'm not going completely sober though. Like I'm smoking weed to help myself control the cravings and everything. I'm quitting fried turkey, you might say. But and I also just went on a new antidepressant like at the same time. Like I'm just a circus of side effects right now. It's incredible. Like one of the side effects from the new pill is that it like has me alternating between like hot flashes and the chills. Which is extra annoying in my case because the apartment that I live in is right above the boiler room in my building. So like not only is my temperature swinging up and down, but the actual physical temperature in the room fluctuates wildly throughout the day. So I could just be sitting there watching TV and just break out into sweats randomly and I'm like, okay, is this me or is my neighbor taking a shower? Like, yeah, it's. I'm hoping it works better than the last antidepressant, though. That was just Zoloft, the Toyota Corolla of antidepressants. It wasn't even the real shit either. It was just sertraline. I can't believe it's not Zoloft. Yeah. You know how they have line dancing? And they have square dancing. Has anybody tried cube dancing? Seems like the next step, right? I mean, come on, like you just build like 2 or 3 square platforms, you stack them on top of each other, you put like scaffolds or ladders on the sides. The choreography would be difficult, but you can make it happen, I'm telling you. So many great things come in cubes. Sugar, bullion, the board. You guys know the John Ruddy Cube at the building out by the university? I have a problem with that building, like with the name of the building in particular. Now this beef I have wouldn't be apparent if you were standing right across the street from the building. From that angle, everything looks fine. You see a perfectly square facet, equal width and height, looks just fine. But if you walk along the sidewalk, even slightly in either direction, it very quickly becomes apparent that this building is much longer than it is wide or tall.
What?
Yeah. Now, the John Ruddy Cube is a lot of things. It is an art gallery, a cultural center, a pretty standard example of boring yuppie architecture. But I can tell you one thing it's not. A cube. That building is the John Ruddy rectangular prism, all right? I may not know architecture, but goddammit, I stayed awake through grade 3 geometry. Who the fuck are they trying to kid? I've been looking for work recently. Seeing as how I'm both painfully thin and recently orphaned, I've been thinking chimney sweep. But no, it turns out that chimney sweeping log has cornered that market. Have you guys seen the commercials for that thing? Like the chimney sweeping log, like you put it in your fireplace and you set it on fire and it cleans it somehow? Like, what the fuck is in that thing where you light it on fire and the smoke is acrid and potent enough to knock soot off of brickwork? That can't be good for the environment, man. I don't know about that thing. But yeah, that goddamn chimney sweeping log has decimated the orphan business, okay? It's like what Uber did to taxi drivers. And you don't want to do that to people with nothing to lose, okay? That's how you get communists. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. When I get down from here, I'm going to kill you. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. When the revolution comes, you'll be first against the wall. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, as I did just mention, I am an orphan now. Yeah, both my parents died of cancer. It was awesome. But no, they left me with a lot of great memories. You know, things that I'll always cherish. Fooling around with the family X-ray machine. Piping hot bowls of mom's plutonium soup. Family vacations in Hiroshima. You know, just a very typical middle-class Canadian childhood. But there is one memory that I'd like to share with you all. Now this is an absolutely true story. This actually happened. I want to tell you the story of the one and only time we ever got my mom stoned. Okay, it happened when she was going through a round of chemotherapy. She was feeling very nauseous. She had lost her appetite. She just really low mood. And so the obvious treatment for this, medical marijuana, right? But my mom had never tried weed before, which blows my mind. Because my mom grew up in the Netherlands in the 1960s. They have THC in tap water over there. Like, they're crying out loud. How do you dodge that? But anyway, this one night, Mom came up to me and she said, "Okay, Tim, like, I'm feeling pretty bad tonight. I think I want to try your medicine." So I'm like, "Okay, Mom, don't worry. I'll get everything set up. You just wait right here." So I grabbed my vaporizer and I grabbed a bit of ganj and I brought it out to the living room. And so I set everything up. And Mom starts taking these long, slow sips from the hose. And I watch her for a few minutes. And then I ask her, "Okay, so Mom, do you feel any different?" And she says, "Not really." So I say, "Okay, Mom, I'm going into the kitchen, get a glass of water. I'll be right back." And I go into the kitchen, and just as I'm reaching for the cupboard, I hear my mom's voice from the living room. "Tim, sweetie, can you get me a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?" Oh, my heart. I just wanted to burst right back into that room. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, mother, since when did you last have red puffy eyes? I can smoke you a bowl. I can bring you some Cheetos. I think it's pretty neato that we finally got you high. A whole new world. So I went back into the living room with that bowl of cinnamon crunch, and there was my mother, baked like a fucking potato. It was incredible. So I give her the cereal, she starts wolfing it down, and I turn on the TV, and what immediately pops on? A basketball game. The playoffs, no less. It was Raptors versus Bucks. It was incredible. Like, my mom had sugary cereal, she had playoff basketball, the room reeked of cannabis. Like, she was getting a really good stoner experience her first time up, man. Like, I just wish I'd gone full tilt with it, you know, like thrown on some Wu-Tang, like a stick of Nag Champa. You know, if she still had hair, we could have thrown it in cornrows. Like, that would have been sick. So anyway, about halfway through the second quarter, my mom just sort of leaned back in her chair. And so I looked over and I asked her again, "So, Mom, do you feel any better?" And she grinned the most beautiful, goofy stoner grin I have ever seen. And she said, "Yeah, Yeah, I do. And I have never, in my entire life, been so happy that I smoke weed. My name is Tim. Thank you, everybody. It's been a great audience. See you all next time.